There's so much more. There's layers to this bullshit.
It's like an onion.
We're gonna peel it back.
Thank you. I'm glad someone else knows the onion layers thing. Every time I do that joke, everyone's like, "What's that from?" I'm like,
Shrek, bro.
Exactly, and that was my generation. Oh, I was a kid at the time.
Yeah, you were.
Everyone should know that's around my generation. All right. Hey, what's up, guys? I am Matt, and I am here that no one knows Shrek. This is episode 37 of My Crazy Podcast. Who are you?
Really?
Yeah. Who are you?
Motherfucking Monster Ship. Monster, please sponsor us.
One day, I'll hit up their salesperson.
They won't.
My name's Skip.
Apparently he's Jep today. I'm Dusty B as usual, consistency's sake.
Justin Trudeau.
Fuck you, assholes.
And I'm Matt for redundancy's sake. So let's get right into this. I'm super fucking heated about
Shouts
this.
and merch.
Actually, I'm killing with the cam. Actually,
That's My Crazy. All this stuff can be found at My Crazy, except for the ski mask. This is gonna be exclusive just for. We'll figure out how this is gonna be, but the rest of the stuff, mycrazymerch.com within the next month or so. But let's get right. I hated that we just plugged merch. People are gonna think that this is now fake. But let's get right into actually what I'm heated about. This Vic Mensa BET Cypher that happened.
Shit was traga.
So we just listened to it right beforehand.
No flow.
Bukkake.
No, you know what? I'm not gonna say that he did have. I thought he had a good flow, but that I think he's a little bitch for coming at XXX, and he's not really even coming at XXX. He's coming at 6ix9ine and then dissing XXX at the same time because he needs clout. He even says it in there. He's like, name a Vic Mensa song. He's saying that tongue in cheek because 6ix9ine said that about him, but can one person in this room name a Vic Mensa song?
No.
The only thing I've seen much of Vic Mensa is when he was on Vice. When he was on Vice for some little tiny little special.
No, I'm talking about
shit.
a Vic Mensa song. He is a rapper. I want to hear a Vic Mensa. Can someone name a Vic Mensa song?
Drive Me Crazy.
Is that his song or is he featured on it?
Good question. I don't know.
Exactly. You don't even know if it's his song or if he's featured. No one knows a Vic Mensa song.
Well, that's because his flow sucks, man. It sounds like someone typed in a Mac computer and was like, read it back to me.
This is my issue. This is my issue. This is the layers. We're talking about onions, layers to this. This is the bullshit he does to get people to pay attention to his music, and I fucking hate it. Like, when Everyday Struggle came out...
Wait, it does have layers because it made X's mom cry.
Yeah. X's mom was in the fucking audience also when... But back to my point, he does this all the time when an album comes out. He did an interview with Everyday Struggle. He's sitting right next to Academics, and then midway through, Academics asks him a question about how he feels about the war in Chirac and stuff like that, and people people in the media profiting off it, specifically Academics. He didn't call himself out, but he was kind of alluding to himself, and he was like, "Well, I want to slap the shit out of you for that shit." And it's like. I kind of accepted it because, maybe you're a little heated, but you're on a show, you don't want to. But then his entire rollout for his album from the next month, he was just like, Academics is a bitch. It's like, we get it. What about your music? Yeah. No one can name any song from that album. I can't even name that album. I know his rollout, though, was Academics is a bitch, which is great, but no one knows your album now.
Dude's not relevant.
And then he does this shit because he wants XXX, and his excuse was, this was recorded weeks ago. Cool.
XXX died months ago.
Exactly. So this was obviously recorded after his death, and he even said, "I don't respect you posthumously."
Okay, well,
that's definitive. The reason why I'm saying that is because some people say, "Well, we don't know if this was before he died." Like, no, that is a play on words. He is dissing 6ix9ine and also saying he's gonna have the same fate as XXX, and he won't love him, and he won't have any lost feelings the same way he doesn't have lost feelings for XXX.
How are you going to insult a dead man?
You know what's even worse? He is also a domestic abuser. Vic Mensa choked out his ex-girlfriend.
Word.
But the difference is that X's was fake. Like, the girl came out and said, I made it all up. So, you can beat your girlfriend, but then when there's false accusations against X, it's still not okay. What is that?
Well, also my thing is you're saying you want to slap the shit out of Academics, but Joe Budden's right there, and I know Joe Budden's allegations were acquitted, but he has sexual assault allegations on him too. You've been in the studio with Dr. Dre. I know for a fucking fact you did not ask him about any of the women he beat. Did you ask him about D. Barnes? because that he got sued for that, and he gave out money for allegedly beating the shit out of her. You're around so many people who are alleged to be domestic abusers, but now you just want to choose X because you know it'll get you clout, and you're hitting at him when he's dead because you know if he came at you when he was alive, you cannot handle that.
No.
He makes better music than you.
That's
just the bullshit about it. It's like, why is he coming after a dead man? There's plenty of alive examples, including himself.
Yeah. That's why you can't respect him. Like, it's like, come on, bro.
Not to know it. Anybody who chooses to hop on a song with him from here on out is probably putting a fucking one nail in a coffin at a time in their own career. So if anything, he probably, because of this whole bullshit and everything like that, he probably just killed whatever tiny little fucking career he even had to begin with is now probably moot.
I just don't even see his...
He's irrelevant. I never heard of this guy, and he sucks. So.
He did it because he wanted people to hear it and talk about it. Well, now he's getting what he wants.
See, that's the thing. Not all
negative publicity is still publicity.
Not all beef though creates views.
No, but see, I also just don't. I don't believe in that especially with a situation like this, because this isn't like an album right thing he's selling right now. People are watching the BET Cypher.
He just put out a single, right? That's it?
No, he has people. This is a BET Cypher. So yes, in ways it does bring attention to him, but it doesn't bring attention to his brand. It brings attention, honestly, to BET. Yeah. When I saw it on BET's YouTube channel. He doesn't make money off that.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm sure he gets paid.
True, but he's like, everyone's gonna be like, oh well, this guy Vic Mensa just trashed XXXtentacion, and then that's messed up. Well, who's Vic Mensa? I don't know. Let's look him up.
Yeah, but it's literally just gonna be a blip. Once that blip's over, he's gonna fall into the background like everybody else that ever disses a dead man.
And I've been asking this question all week. I've been literally, because I'm a little hip hop heated asshole. I'm asking people all week, can you name a Vic Mensa song? Everyone said no. No one can name a Vic Mensa song. You're signed to Jay-Z's record label, Rock Nation. No one can name a song by you.
Until today, I never even heard of the asshole.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've heard, like I've said, I've heard of him. I've heard of him. I've seen like an interview or two of him. Like he was on something with Vice or whatever, for something or other. But I mean, he wasn't. From what I can remember, at least, he wasn't really that relevant. And I think it was in something about Chirac. He was in some. They were interviewing a bunch of artists and shit like that, and he was one of the people that was in like the interview for it. I forgot. I don't think it was Noisy or one of those Vice shows or something like that. But I think it might have been just one of the Vice News fucking 30-minute things or 60-minute things or whatever. But not for nothing, he's so irrelevant that nobody probably is gonna give a fuck.
I don't want to use the term irrelevant because we're on YouTube, and on YouTube actually that has a negative connotation because of fucking rice gum. But I just don't like the antics. He's one of those rappers where he's a hypocrite. He does these antics, but at the same time, he's mad at other rappers for doing antics to get their sales up.
I would love to see him try to say that shit to like Fabulous or some shit. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though Fab is facing what, like
20 years,
20 something years or whatever.
Four indictments.
Yeah.
2 of them are threatening charges.
So it's but still, try to come at Fabulous in a song. He'll fucking come at you in a song, and probably people show up at your door.
That's why. Well, no, let's not have people show up at his door. But that's the thing. He's picking fights with people who are dead or academics, and he's not even picking the fight with academics because you were right next to him on Everyday Struggle and you didn't do shit. You said you were gonna do shit. You didn't do it.
Yeah, he's doing it all wrong. Like he's trying to.
He's saying he wants to beat the shit out of everybody, but every time he has a shot, he doesn't beat the shit out of anybody.
Honestly, from all I hear
except his
about
ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Everything I hear about it so far, he's just a baby back bitch.
With no barbecue sauce.
None. He about as dry. Never mind. I'm not even gonna.
Confirm. The only person's ass he has ever beat up was his ex-girlfriend.
Word.
I don't need to respect or listen to him.
Nah.
All right. Any last words from y'all?
Fuck the dude.
Kick rocks barefooted.
Burn on fire.
Damn. That's
all right.
Oh jeez. All right.
Blow cactus.
Vic Mensa, you know what's the worst part? He does have flow in bars, because not every rapper could diss 2 rappers in one bar like that. But at the same time,
you can when they're dead. Get out.
No, I'm just saying talent wise and skill wise, most rappers don't have the skill to put words like that together, but the fact you always use your talent for bullshit like this is what pisses me off. He could be the biggest, not the biggest, because you need to be on some bullshit to be the biggest pop rapper, or like some 6ix9ine shit. But you could be a real respected lyricist, like a Fab, like a Jadakiss, like have a solidified career. But you doing this bullshit kills all of that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Whatever momentum you did build up is probably gone.
You are now stuck in the tar pit. Die like the dinosaurs.
How's it going?
That was good.
Thank you.
Talking about people getting killed off, I just saw the first episode of The Connors.
How? Yes, please tell me. I saw the commercials, but I had better things to watch. Like
Titans.
Den of Thieves. Watch that shit.
Watch Den of Thieves, get the strap. Y'all know what it is, 50 Cent. So I'm not gonna lie, there's some points where they handled the aftermath of an overdose and like stuff like that very real, and it got me very emotional. There's a lot of stuff that they handled the aftermath of a death, or especially someone with an overdose, very
Literal?
Very literal, very sensitively, honestly, and towards the end, it finally, they didn't do, you know how they, in the beginning of every episode of Roseanne, they do the round table and the Roseanne laughs? They didn't do that until the end, and then instead of having Roseanne, it's on Darlene, the middle daughter, and Dan. Because from what it seems right now, they're going to kind of pick up the show. Obviously, they're not married or anything like that, but it's like they're kind of running the house. Because in the last season, she moved back in with her kids, all that stuff. But I think they did it very well. Although, I just watched the Joe Rogan podcast and listened to Roseanne. I'm not condoning her tweet, but I did not know she has a history, a real history of mental health, of like being in mental hospitals growing up as a kid because of accidents and shit like that. And she's on some fucked up shit, and I do give respect that she actually, for this show to be made, she had to sign off all financial ties, because she technically, from my understanding, did own the rights to all those characters. But she gave all that away, except for obviously Roseanne herself, for that. So I will give her that, so everyone can keep their jobs. But the tweet was still fucked up. But the comeback episode, I saw some reviews are like it didn't get the 18 million views the first season comeback. Even Roseanne season 2, if Roseanne was there, was not gonna get 18 million views the second season back.
No,
it wasn't. Because the last episode was kind of a dip down. Not even the last episode. The one Muslim. There was like the second last episode. They had like a Muslim thing. That was weird, and it kind of dipped down for a second. So it was never. Even if Roseanne was there, I don't think it was ever gonna get back to 18. On the second season, get back to 18 million. But I thought it was really good. It was honestly, it was emotional. There was moments I was just like, damn. Because at first,
you're a real committed fan.
Well, no. Here's what happened is they just handled the aftermath of dealing with a family member's death very serious, very real. As someone who's gone through that the past year, it was it was like watching, a lot of that was like watching on TV.
I just recently lost one of my boys who I went to school with. Yo, R.I.P. Chops, I miss you, bro. Of an overdose, and I can understand that.
There's a lot that's just like they handle very real. So I'm gonna keep watching. YOLO.
I'm glad that they were able to touch to the human aspect and make it really very, very not fantastic. You know what I'm saying? It
wasn't embellished.
It wasn't embellished.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, this is just like a TV sort of thing. They made that shit real. From what you're telling me, and that's
it felt real, like how everyone responded to it. It felt like there were real human reactions. Even like Dan finds a bottle, because all right, so I'll spoil the episode because I don't think you guys really care, do you?
No.
Nope.
Yeah, no, you don't care about Roseanne. You like the nanny. Shout out to the nanny, Fran. What's up?
What up,
Nanny
Fran?
Dresser.
Gang. No, so it starts out.
Oh my God.
It literally starts out with them just like cleaning like casserole, Pyrex, and they're making jokes. It's like, why do they always give when people pass away? And they said that grandma's been dead for 3 weeks, meaning Roseanne and all that stuff. And then they go out, and then immediately they say it's a heart attack, and then so they, Roseanne's fat, so the family kind of had.
Jeez.
Low-key burn.
Low-key burn.
It's not a low-key burn, but no,
it is a burn.
It's a hard fact.
No, it makes sense in that episode because
facts.
in the beginning they've all kind of accepted her death because they thought it was a heart attack, but literally like within the first 5 minutes, Roseanne's sister's character, she was there also, gets a call and then she's like, "Dan, come outside," and it was an autopsy. They're like, "No, she overdosed," and then from there, Dan's like he doesn't understand what's going on, and then the oldest daughter, I forget her name because she's not. I'm not gonna say she's not important, but I don't remember her name. And she said she found a bottle. No, Darlene's the middle daughter, and DJ's the youngest son. The one that they switched actress multiple times with the girl from Scrubs. But she found a bottle. She's like, "Oh, I found these meds in mom's dresser when I was cleaning it out earlier." And then Dan looks at it and he sees the name, and then he puts a poster on his car. "Thank you to," I forget the character's name, "for giving my wife the pills that killed her." And he has that. So like you have and Darlene's really like, I feel like in a situation with a family death, there's a lot of people. There's always one person that kind of has to hold everyone together, and Darlene was that character. Like she was trying to hold Becky. That's the oldest daughter. She was trying to hold Becky together because her husband, the actor who played her husband, actually died in real life, and they killed him off in the show also because he died in real life, so they couldn't bring him back. So she's like, "I don't know if I can handle this," and then one's the sister, and she's always been neurotic, so she's having trouble handling this. Dan's putting posters on his car because he feels like she's responsible, and then she's like the one person that's gotta keep it. It was very real, and then that's what kind of makes the switch. Like they have to come to grips with the fact, like, oh, she was hiding pills from us the entire time, and like, yeah, no, it was really they handled it very, very intelligently, I gotta say, as well as I expect an ABC sitcom to do. Let me say that. If it was obviously if it was Breaking Bad, maybe I wouldn't expect as many jokes, but it's Roseanne, technically a Roseanne show.
Oh, Skylar was definitely a pill addict.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Crazy bitch.
Anyways, y'all don't care about Roseanne?
I'll be honest with you, man. Growing up, like in the 90s and 2000s and stuff like that, I've never really watched too much Roseanne. When I did pay attention, it was only primarily because of John Goodman.
Yes.
Dude, John Goodman's running the show now. I think you'll like this.
I probably will, because John Goodman's the man, in my opinion,
Dude,
I really like John Goodman.
Some of the scenes he has almost made me cry.
He's a phenomenal actor. He's a good dude. So
Great actor.
I probably will check it out.
Not for nothing, man. Like 90s, like the 90s sitcom sort of deal thing and all that stuff. I more or less watched like the shit with like Tim Allen a lot.
Yeah, no, I like that one.
Home Improvement. I watched a lot of Home Improvement.
Boys Meets World.
That, fucking.
No, let's go on now, motherfucker.
And a lot of the older shit too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I watched a lot of the Jeffersons, Cosby Show.
Ooh.
Fresh Prince.
Too soon.
Little Bill was great.
Can't hate him, Fresh Prince.
Not for nothing.
Fresh Prince was amazing.
I came across
George
that
Lopez though, underrated. Let's be real.
No, that was a fire show.
I'm gonna beg it different.
Yeah.
The wife.
Oh
my god. What's her name? Something Constant?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She looks great.
Yeah.
Gotta go, George.
Yo, for real. George, I hope you hit that in real life, because if you didn't, you are retarded.
Maybe he cheated on his wife in real life.
Oh.
Yeah.
She was also on the Naked Brothers band. Fun fact.
Everybody gotta live their life.
Greatest Nickelodeon show of all time.
It was good at the time, but was he really in that?
Yeah, he was on an episode. There was a kidney transfer charity rock show, and he hosted it. And then the Naked Brothers band came out.
Well, I was more of a fan of Ernie. Yeah, he was underrated. Let's be real.
Ernie was cool.
Ernie was cool. He was the best.
He reminded me a lot of me. He's like how I'm gonna be when I grow up.
Oh, he's reminded me more of like a pet dog.
No.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, let's move on to the next breaking topic. The Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson broke up. And it seems kind of TMZ-ish for us, but YOLO, they made their relationship so fucking public, so quick. YOLO, let's deep dive into this bullshit.
Ooh, I saw some
is it
TMZ
revealed
news.
who broke up with who?
No, it's just that they broke up.
Apparently, I saw something that may or may not be fake. I don't know if it's a rumor or if it's fact, but someone, or I saw some newsy thing that was like, apparently, what's his
Was
name?
it Pete Davidson sent Mac Miller a salacious text about him and
Ariana,
a couple days
pictures,
before.
Yeah. And then that's why she did it.
I saw DJ Who Kid post that on his story earlier today, but I did Googles and I can't find a valid source.
They said that it's
confirmed it.
all just rumors.
Yeah,
or something.
the only valid sources I've seen is just they broke up and she's returned the ring, and Pia's started to cover up some of the matching tattoos that they got.
Mm-hmm.
So
he canceled the comedy show too.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm sure it hit him kind of hard because he's always been kind of.
I like Pete Davidson too.
I do.
I think he's pretty funny.
I know. I think he's really funny, but he's always.
And very few people can talk about how the dad passed away in 9/11 and actually make that shit funny.
He's just a funny comedian all around. But I also know from watching interviews, he has depression too. A lot of comedians have depression.
Well, duh. If your dad passed away in 9/11 too, wouldn't you have some underlying depression hidden in there, no matter how much of a joke you have trying to make about it?
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think I mean, a lot of people look down on him for like making jokes about it, but a lot of people like make jokes about
I
who
think
are
it's his way
depressed
of
and
coping.
use comedy as like a way to cope with
exactly.
it.
Everybody has their own way
mechanism.
to cope with tragedies and shit.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Well, the best form of depression is to make light of a situation, you know? Like,
What?
typically the funniest moments in comedy are the ones when someone survives some deep, dark shit. Like,
Yeah, I like using comedy to deal with my dark stuff.
Hell yeah.
And there's no problem with that.
My thing is, my point, I completely forgot where I was going with that. The reason why I brought up the depression thing, it probably doesn't help that every time he does an interview, like I know he just did an SNL sketch about it now. It's now poor timing, like last week or 2 weeks ago, joking about it. But every interview, the first thing they ask him is, "Wow, you really are dating Ariana Grande? How the fuck did you get that?" And
funny bitches.
And then he answers it, and then they're like, "No, really, but how can you get a girl like that?"
That's fucked up.
Yeah, like that's kind of like how the interviews have always gone. So I'm sure that doesn't help everything in the relationship with his confidence.
I mean, well, when it comes down to it, if you're going to date someone like Ariana Grande, or we'll say like an Angelina Jolie, or a strong, independent female, you got to be strong and independent yourself. I mean, you got to be able to move on your own, you know, because it's just nature of the beast.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he's a talented comedian. Why is now every interview just not even just asking about the relationship, but asking how is this even feasibly possible?
Not for nothing. Sorry to cut you off.
That's just like saying you're so ugly.
Not for nothing, dude. I know a lot of really hot chicks that really like ugly dudes.
All right, I don't want to call him ugly.
I'm not calling him ugly, but we'll just say the non-typical like.
Well, here,
all right, like put it this way, we all know like the stereotypical like skinny blonde girl with big boobs and big butt and stuff like that. You know, who do you think she's gonna date? The jock with the 6-pack, blah blah. I know a lot of chicks that are mad tiny, great body and shit who love big dudes, like real big dudes.
Well, let me put it like this, man. From a psychological standpoint, I'm just gonna lay down the facts. Majority of women actually end up dating down. It's just proven fact. And the reason why, and I'm talking physicality-wise, and the reason why is because typically the more attractive woman...
I don't think that's proven fact. Thank you very much for that.
Go fuck yourself, Manny. I'm talking psychology here.
Not Thompson.
Psychology.
Psychology.
Making up words.
Well, I was going with psychologically, but...
Yeah, I got you.
Point is, they want that emotional... Women are more emotionally attached than men are. Men are more visually attached. We want to... Put your hand down and let me finish. Men are always going to try and date up because we want that physical attraction. That's how we are. That's how we're wired. Yes, there are exceptions to the rules, Maddie. However, most females will date down because they're looking for the emotional attachment and the quote-unquote uglier dude. I'm not saying he has to be ugly. I'm just saying he has to be less attractive than the female on average. So if you got a 10, you're going to see a 10 dating an 8. If you got a 9, you're going to see a 9 dating a 6. Why? Because that male is going to be more likely to please that woman emotionally to keep her around.
Oh, but
and vice versa.
But my thing is, this isn't even a male-female thing to me. This is just like an independence thing. If now, let's say roles were completely reversed. Let's say Ariana Grande was dog shit ugly, and not calling Pete Davidson dog shit ugly, and Pete Davidson was like Ryan Gosling. I'm not saying he's not like Ryan Gosling, but
he's average.
Yeah, all right.
Decent
but let's say it was. I think it'd be just as fucked up for Ariana Grande if she sold as many albums as she has, and she is as accomplished in her career, to spend an entire interview saying, "So how did you get a guy like that? Just pretty much off looks and shit like that."
I
think that like that it's not even just like a gender thing. Like if it was on either side, I just think it's fucked up that like you're that in general.
I just think it's just more like clout wise. I just
it's
think
media.
I just think it's like she's this world famous superstar, and he's like I haven't seen any of his comedy shows or any of that, so I can't say where he's at in his career. But from what you guys say, he's funny. So he may be an up and comer. Mm-hmm. So
he's the youngest on SNL.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
he's legend. I'm gonna give him legendary status. You're the youngest writer on SNL.
I wouldn't give him legendary status because just because you're the youngest writer doesn't mean you're good.
No, I think it's
I don't even think it's really looks. Like that's probably part of it. But I think it's that you're dating this like superstar like sold how many albums like platinum, and you're a comedian on SNL that isn't really in headlines all the time. I don't think that Mac Miller was in interviews and they're like, how did you land Ariana Grande? You know what I mean? No. I don't think it's just looks. I think it's
clout, man.
I think it's professional.
I get that. Well, I understand that, and I think that's wrong as too. It's wrong. I get asking the question in the beginning, haha, make it, especially because he's a comedian, haha, make the joke, but don't make the entire fucking interview about the significant others. Like,
it's just a shitty interview.
Yeah, get the joke off and move on to the next thing.
But it sells.
Yeah, but it does it though.
I mean, because Ariana Grande is so big.
We're here talking about today, right?
That's true.
It sells.
Ariana Grande is so big that whenever someone dates her, it's all
she's so big,
all that
but
person
so tiny.
becomes.
Yeah, I feel like I'd break her.
Yo, she's dead ass. Like, how old is she?
Probably 22.
She has I'm gonna sound creepy, but she has like a 16-year-old body. Like
you're not the first person who said that. There's a lot of people who have said they're just like they look at anyone wrong that thinks that she's attractive because and I don't see it because I still think I get that she has a younger look, but I still think she looks over 18 to me.
She's
she does.
She's a good looking girl.
She looks mature, just
she's
young.
not.
Oh, like now, but I mean, like even when she was 18, like she's like going in her early mid-20s.
I think she's a couple years older than me, so like 20. I'd say 24.
Even when she was 18, she still looked like she was like 16, 15. So
yeah.
Where I'm at in my life is, this is just my personal opinion.
She's 25 years old. Holy shit!
If you weren't alive for Steve on Blue's Clues, you're too young for me. That's all I'm saying.
No, that's a fact.
Yeah. R.I.P. Steve's hair.
What? Shit, I forget how old I'm getting. Shit, Taylor Swift's only a year older than me.
I was also on my Facebook with him when he was
28.
She's what?
Taylor Swift 28.
Are you 27?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm an old fuck.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Said that.
31 for life.
All right.
Wait, you're 30?
I'm 30.
Yeah, B. We both are.
Holy moly, dude.
Right, so
Not that that's old. It's just that you look really young.
Nah, you guys got cobwebs on your nuts.
No.
So wait.
How do you know what's going on with my downstairs mix-up?
Because I see spiders crawl out through your legs.
That's fucking.
Those are my friends, bro.
Their word.
They keep the flies away.
Any last words on
Where do
Ariana?
your flies going to your crotch?
I work out.
I think that,
Wait, any last words?
yeah, they were too young to get engaged too quick. Just mistakes. So this might be for the best.
2 weeks.
Oh, wait, I got one thing to say. Pete, you should have pushed and prayed.
That was his joke on his. He said he switched her birth control for Tic Tacs on SNL.
Oh,
that's genius.
He's like, I'm not saying it's not gonna work out, but
trapped you, bitch.
It's a trap.
Yeah, word.
No.
Yeah.
But that actually reminded me. There's this couple where I work. Couple of students. They just started dealing with a relationship, and they're doing. They remind me of Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande just because they're. I literally heard one of them say today, "You're the love of my life." I'm like, it's only been like a month.
Oh my God.
How can you figure that out in a month, let alone 2 weeks? Like that you want to be with that person for the rest of your life.
It's the high.
Yeah,
it's the high.
That.
We as humans, people forget that humans we're biochemistry, we're driven by our chemistry in our brain. People forget that shit. And when you're new to that relationship, it's like hitting your first blunt or taking your first drop of acid or any other drug in the world that you've ever done for your first time. You're going to be chasing that high for the rest of your life if you don't understand that that's a new high.
Kids don't do drugs.
I was about to say, we don't condone that shit.
No, but it's the next... All right, caffeine. The first time you drink your first coffee, you're going to be wired off your ass.
Yeah, word.
And you're going to be chasing...
Monster. Sponsor, please.
Kids, when you have pussy for the first time, you're going to think you're in love. But trust me...
Word.
Yeah.
It's just the chemistry.
Wait for the second time.
Yeah, it's just the natural chemistry taking place in your brain. You're getting high off of that dopamine. The endorphins are rushing, the serotonin's popping, and you're looking for that high. That's why you can never compare your quote unquote first love to any of your other relationships. They're never gonna compare.
And kids, the first time you get your Red Wings, you will think twice.
Jesus, don't get your Red Wings.
Run the red light. I just made people mad.
Dusty just downshifted and went straight through the tunnel.
I'm in love with the choker.
I don't sugarcoat it. Let's go.
Y'all wild. All right, next topic.
I'm landing this plane.
You crashed that shit.
So all blood,
all probably
blood.
military. We just drop it in throttle.
Let's kill this last serious topic, then let's just have fun the rest of the podcast.
No.
Trump, yay.
That's all we ever do.
Trump.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, you gotta light me on this one.
Trump, Kanye meeting.
I just gotta say,
Kanye.
I can't wait for Trump to hop in that hydrogen-powered car.
Let me get into context.
He's gonna blow up.
So
hell yeah.
Trump, Kanye West wanted to have a meeting with Donald Trump and Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick.
He's trying to squash the beef.
No, he's trying. No, you know what? Conspiracy. And Ebro said this, and I agree with him. Donald Trump has been mad quiet the past few months.
You're right.
Not really.
He has been. Ironically, around midterm elections, and now he has Kanye doing all the crazy shit. Someone who's been kind of known to be loved by the left, and kind of just in general, because the George Bush doesn't love black people. He's kind of. I think he's trying to conspiracy. Ebro said this. I think and I agree. I think he's trying to swing the midterm election right now.
More than likely.
Yeah.
That's why he's staying quiet. He's staying low key. But besides that, that's why
I feel like Ivanka changed his password to his phone on him.
Yeah.
Let's go, Bernie!
But that's why I think he wanted Colin Kaepernick there, so that he thinks, so people who like Colin Kaepernick could be like, oh, Trump's cool now.
No.
And Ebro literally said, we're not doing that. And then Kanye's like, I want to talk to Colin. And Ebro's like, we're not doing that. Because you got to talk, because no one talks to Colin correct. Very few people talk to Colin directly. Ebro's one of the few people, so that's why he hit up Ebro. And Ebro's like, I'm not even going to. No, this doesn't help us. This only helps Trump. Mm-hmm. Trump went on a tirade about Colin Kaepernick for months. Yeah. He has not apologized.
It's one of the main reasons I hate Trump.
Yeah, it's like, fuck him. We don't need him.
Why does Trump all of a sudden get to renege on everything he said and nobody else does?
He doesn't. Trump is accountable for what the fuck he says and has said, and everything he's done beforehand, and what he's still thinking about doing.
But you know what's the worst part? So let's get to the Kanye meeting. So Kanye does a meeting without him. And he rambles on and on. Some stuff, yes, you know what? Academics want an everyday struggle. He's like, y'all are all hating on Kanye. Some of the stuff he said makes sense. Yeah, some of the stuff he said made sense, but he made himself look like a fucking fool.
Am I dumb? I said my dumb. See, this dude's got me so discombobulated. Y'all see his fucking phone password?
We're not. No, let's not.
0000.
It's so he doesn't forget.
Let's not.
So much going on upstairs.
Let's not.
Genius, right?
Let's not even dilute this right now. He's saying a bunch of shit. Donald Trump is literally yes-manning him just for the fucking pictures, and then he's like, let's take a hug together, and it's so
Donald Trump doesn't look racist. It's so he could say he has black friends.
No,
it's working bigly.
It's huge. No, I think it's honestly deeper. When Yeezus came out, Kanye West went on a tirade. He's like, I want to be as accepted as Steve Jobs. He's like, I want to be the next Steve Jobs, Walt Disney, this.
Why? They're all bigots.
Name what do all these people have in common?
I just told you.
No, they're all. I think he wants white acceptance. I don't think he's happy. I think he doesn't see himself as a success, even though he's got all this, because he doesn't have. he doesn't have white acceptance for lack of a better word, because that's what I genuinely think is like, why do you care so much about Donald Trump and what he thinks, and why do you care about what all these fashion designers think? Why do you think whenever he's like, what about this person? It's always a white person. I think he has deep. I really do think he has deep-seated hatred.
I think honestly, I think is
not deep-seated hatred. I don't know if that's too hard of a word, but I think he does. He's the brainwashing he's trying to stop people from having. He has, because every time he wants acceptance, it is from white people. And I know that sounds super weird coming from the whitest person in this room with a white ski mask on, but it's kind of. This is why when I don't. This is why I get mad when people don't understand why we need more representation in film, because, or not just film, just media in general, because I think this is the reason why. I think Kanye never really grew up with a lot of black people to look up to, like, you know, like in the media, because he seems like he cares what the media thinks. He's caring what Harvey Levin thinks. He cares what Donald Trump thinks. He wants to be Steve Jobs, Walt Disney. It's just...
He's about to do whiteface. He's going to become a white supremacist. That's how I feel.
That's crazy.
Yo,
he just met the president. He hugged the president. That was kind of weird.
But then he went to Africa.
I don't think he's going to Africa yet. He plans on going to Africa.
He's already there. He met with I just looked it up. He's in Uganda. He's pushing. He went there. He handed out Yeezys to all these kids. He met with the president.
Oh my!
Yeah,
God.
It's all money, man.
He goes to Africa. He's like, these kids need shoes. They're walking around barefoot. You know what you need? Yeezys.
I just find
rep my brand.
I just think it's very detrimental. I think this pandering to
the white man.
Yeah, pandering to white man is a bad look.
It is.
For someone like Kanye, someone as successful as Kanye.
Especially currently when, I don't want to be a dick, but the white man's pretty much the most hated person in, America right now. It's just facts.
Yeah.
The white man's been shitting on everybody for years.
And Trump is the epitome of the worst of that. He is kind of like the face of the racist white man right now.
Yeah.
And it's because he allows and he empowers those people. That's why.
If you took
when you're taking a picture, my bad.
No, you go ahead.
When you take a picture next to him and you just sit there while he's smiling at you, obviously just yes man you. He's not gonna actually take any of your policies in. You're just happy to be in the fucking room with him right now.
Hypocrisy.
He just wants, and that's why I think he wants white acceptance, and part of it I think also was Obama never accepted him.
Well, yeah, because Obama's a smart man.
Yeah.
Obama called him a jackass. Jay-Z was allowed at the White House, and Jay-Z was cool for that. But now, I think there's so much that I think going on in his head right now. It's just he needs help. He shouldn't be doing this, and I think Trump is using him.
Get your head straight.
Yeah, honestly, I think he has issues, but I think he's kind of aware of what he's doing. He went to, like I was reading the article, he went to Uganda. He's doing this for his new album coming out. He actually claimed to be one of he has the spirit of, I'll read it word for word. The spirit of Fela is inside of him, invoking the spirit of Afrobeat legend Fela Kuti. So
how the fuck does he know that?
I'm saying, like, he's out there, he's trying to do his thing. So I think I feel like he has some kind of plan.
I don't. Because he said, I'm releasing Yandi, it's ready. And then he said, I'm releasing Yandi and Good Ass Job with Chance as a dual album.
Uh-huh.
The week Yandi was supposed to come out, he said, it's not going to come out for almost 2 months because I'm going to go to Africa and redo the entire album. The same week, Chance was on the Joe Budden podcast, and Joe Budden was like, so when's Good Ass Job coming out? And Chance is like, we haven't started it yet. The first time I heard about us doing it, Ye tweeted about it. Ye is not planning. He's just saying shit and hoping people fall in line. And Chance
that's a cockamamie plan in it, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Chance I'm not saying it's a smart plan.
Because apparently Chance, when he first met Kanye, was like, let's do Good Ass Job. Good Ass Job was going to be Ye's fourth album, but he did 808 and Heartbreaks. And Chance was like, let's bring that sound back because that kind of birthed me. Let's do it as a dual album. They never ended up really doing anything. And then the first time he ever heard about them doing it again was when Kanye did this tweet recently.
See,
so he's just like, yeah, honestly, he said on the Joe Budden podcast, I would not hold your breath because that's probably not going to come out anytime soon.
Shout out to Chance.
Bipolars, they talk big talk. They have all these big plans, and then they just never do them. You know what? But Kanye did say in the White House, I'm not bipolar. I'm just sleep deprived. Kanye, take a nap. You need to get some sleep.
But he's also saying he's off his meds. He's also saying he's bipolar off his meds, but then he does say he
take a nap if you're that sleep deprived. Dude, you need it.
You know who to blame? Kardashians.
You know what song?
Oh yeah, they're getting divorced, so that's why he's going crazy.
No, that's just tabloid shit. That's not confirmed. Let's wait till it more.
Yeah.
That was just like in a couple magazines.
That'd probably be the smartest thing Kim ever did though was divorce Kanye.
Get divorced again. At least it would be her longest marriage yet.
This is true.
It would actually bring her clout back. But no, honestly, I was listening to Watch the Throne this past week, and I listened to a song "New Day," which is. In it, the song "New Day" is a concept song where there's a verse where Kanye's talking to his unborn son, and then Jay's talking to his unborn son. Neither of them have sons, but it's like the idea of if they have a son. And in Kanye's verse, he's saying, "I would never make your mom move to Hollywood if she couldn't handle the pressure, and do all that stuff." And I think he was alluding to his old Chicago girlfriend before she got famous because they broke up right around the time he was going to Hollywood because it was like all that stuff. But really thinking about it, I don't think Kanye could really handle the pressure of Hollywood because as soon as he started like dating Kardashians, everything went downhill. And that was around the time that song came out, that album came out. That was like the last few good albums he had was Watch the Throne and then the Cruel Summer, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. That time
that was a good album.
After those albums came out is when he started Kardashian and immediately went down. So I find it ironic he had those bars in the album right before all this happened.
Chasing the high.
It's like he foreshadowed his own
undoing.
Basically.
It was really sobering to listen to in the car. I was just like, fuck, Kanye, you're talking about you think that your girl's gonna has pressures in Hollywood. What about you? Like,
I mean, when you think about it, though, how many people can truly handle the pressures of Hollywood? You know, when you're in the limelight that much, you're constantly under the microscope.
That's why I want to stay independent and produce stuff outside of Hollywood. Just do the distribution through it.
That's why I'm typically a behind the scenes kind of guy.
Yeah. Anyways, what do you all think about Kanye, Trump pandering? Final thoughts.
I mean, I'm personally against Trump, so anybody who's moving with Trump, I'm against them. I still like some of Kanye's stuff, but as far as his relationships go, sorry, bro, I gotta drop you.
All I gotta say about anybody who rolls with Donald Trump in any sort of way, you might want to rethink about your perspective.
Anybody who says grab him by the pussy, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the only
I feel like if you're a Trump supporter in general, you're ignorant. I've said this before.
Yeah,
and to specify what ignorant means, because I feel like people don't even...
Or at least not progressive.
Ignorant doesn't mean you're stupid. Ignorant means you're not fully informed.
Uneducated.
Uneducated, not informed. That does not mean you're stupid.
You only listen to opinion and not fact.
Facts.
Well, not... You could fix... I feel like you could fix ignorance, you can't fix stupidity. I feel like a lot of Trump support... So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They're ignorant. They refuse to listen. They are uneducated to what's really going on.
Well, the issue, with that is most of Americans nowadays don't. I mean, our generation specifically, and the baby boomers, we don't reciprocate to other people's opinions very easily. We just don't.
Yeah.
If someone brings up an opinion, the other person's already ready to jump down your throat. Nobody can discuss it, and I know that for a fact because I've talked to other people. I consider myself an independent, but I vote Democratic. Why? Because I'm pro-rights, and Democrats typically are for the rights, abortion, et cetera, et cetera, with the exception of our gun issue. That's where I fall Republican, but nobody can just conversate about this shit without getting heated.
Yeah.
Why can't we just talk it out? Why can't I hear your perspective? Why can't you hear my perspective? Why can't we discuss things on a calm, cool, collected level? That's why we have millennials versus baby boomers. That's why we have baby boomers versus millennials. That's why we have Republicans versus Democrats. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
And Gen Xers, they just don't give a shit because they're like, we're stuck in the middle and we're Gucci.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think this whole situation with Kanye and Trump, their meeting was a big mistake. It was huge.
Bigly.
It was bigly shitty.
Honestly, it's just publicity. That's all it is.
It is a lot of publicity.
It's going nuclear.
It's a swing to vote, though. That's why I
throw it back.
Speaking of voting, get your asses out there and fucking vote. Vex.
Yeah, vote.
Feel the burn.
Vote.
Oh.
Bring back Sanders.
Well, yeah, obviously vote. Vote. Everyone vote. Vote. I'm registered to vote. I can't.
If you aren't registered, you can get fucking registered. And there's many ways to do it.
I think it's too late
Local
right now.
post office.
No, you can still register to vote.
It's never too late to register.
You can register. I think up to.
Yeah, I think for this election it's a little too late to register.
Doesn't matter. Register anyway, so you're ready for the next one.
Exactly. Register vote.
Can I ask y'all something real quick? Do you think it should be like a law that you have to vote?
No.
Hold on. I was actually talking about this with my girlfriend recently. Sorry to cut you off, man, but since you brought it up, I want to jump on it.
Everybody cuts me off. Go ahead.
You're right. I'm sorry. I love you, Steve.
Fuck you.
But I don't think it should be a law
Sad
to come out
stuff.
and vote, but I think we should incentivize it. You know? You shouldn't penalize somebody for not doing something. Case in
I feel like
point,
you should get a tax break.
It should be a national holiday.
well, case in point, that works too. But then people are just going to take off and not come out.
That's true. Give them a $5 coupon to Dunkin' Donuts.
I mean, I would do something a little more, but tax break would be a good start, I guess.
Honestly, no, a tax break would be a good start. I just don't think that's realistic. I don't think they're going to get money.
Bless
Why the
you.
fuck
Thank
not?
you.
We're giving 30% tax write-offs to the fucking businesses.
Yes. So in Australia, it is actually mandatory for you to vote.
Yeah.
If you do not, you get hit with first-time offenders get hit with a $20 fine. Repeated, it's $50. It's like paying your taxes, though. It should be something that is.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the catch. As soon as you register to vote, then you are liable to be part of jury duty, to be part of the draft.
You know what? You're right.
You're already a part of jury duty in the draft.
No, you aren't. Not until
I
you
just
register
got
to
called
vote.
to jury duty.
Honestly,
Thanks for reminding
we should.
me.
Honestly, every other country has it right. I think we should do at least 2 years in the military and all that.
Actually, to get out of jury
postponed
duty,
it.
all you have to say is that you don't believe in the legal system or that you are discriminatory.
Yeah, just be like, I hate
Facts,
everybody and I hate the legal system.
They're like-
If you buy,
They're like, what's your
I'm biased.
What's your
I
hobbies?
postponed it.
So I pulled up to jury. Besides, right, I pulled up to jury duty, blaring "fuck the police" with my windows down, waving at the cops as I pull up because. And my mom was like, "How can you do that?" I'm like, "It's jury duty. I'm not going to court. Other people are, and I don't want to be there. I want to make myself such an asshole that they want me to go home because they can't arrest me unless I put my hands on someone, which I obviously wasn't gonna do. And I obviously wasn't gonna be like, "Yo, fuck you" or anything like that. But if I'm just like obnoxious, they can't arrest me for that or anything like that. I'm not in trouble. They would just be like, "Look, we don't want you to be here. Leave."
Exactly.
So I was.
I mean, though, why is jury duty so bad? I always wanted it because it's like
Because
you
it's
get
not
to
worth
sit there
it.
and listen to tea.
It's not worth it.
And just to clarify,
You
it
get
doesn't
paid.
guarantee you.
$40 a day.
And
Yeah.
Mind you, all right. So
For some
$40 a day.
tea.
So say if I say if I get called, right? Now that $40 a day compared to just say me making like anywhere between $16, $18 an hour at my job. I'm losing a lot.
It's different when you don't have one.
Okay, true.
I'll disclose. I'm not gonna disclose the company, but
So then you're literally saying only the poverty should be doing jury duty. Like, what?
No.
I'm
she-
not
no, she
saying
has- she
that. I'm
doesn't
just
have a
saying I
job.
don't have a job.
yeah. So
But
she's
you see
saying
where
she's got
I'm
time.
coming from, though, you know?
No.
And to just to clarify, not registering to vote does not guarantee you not being called for jury duty. I just cross-referenced it.
Yeah, no, I got called, and I put out, they're like hobbies. I listened to hardcore gangster rap, shit like that. I really made it as obnoxious, but what got me out of it, they're like, who owns a company? I'm just like, me. Get me out of here.
Ooh, my hobbies? Committing crimes.
It's like, you can't
I
put
just-
anything illegal there.
I just say I'm former military police and I'm biased against criminals. Bye.
I wrote meth.
Say, honestly, what when I was in there last, I mean, mind you, it's been a couple years, so knock on wood, they don't get called again. But I said to him, I hate everybody. I don't believe in the legal system. I don't believe we should be here, and we should have anarchy.
Turn around, put your arms behind your back.
Well, well, this was true, and I don't mind saying this because the deal did not go through. So I don't mind disclosing this, or I would never disclose like money made in a deal. But there was a pending 5-figure deal, so I had to have my schedule open just in case.
I remember this
that,
now. Okay.
And just in case that did happen, I obviously can't let that 5 figures go away for $40 a day for jury duty, which jury duty understands.
And jury duty can drag out. Like, if you get called for, like, Westchester, you could be there for months.
Well, if you're part of a murder crime or a murder investigation, you're stuck there for a while.
Yeah, that's what they said, and that's why I was like, look, if I get this deal, it's going to be like a month and a half of shooting, stuff like that, like right now. They're like, all right, we'll call you back in 2 years. So
2 years? I got called back for July.
Well, if you don't serve your time, you get put back into the lotto.
If you show up to court, that's technically time served for it.
They did
all they do is call your number. Actually,
they did.
I mean, I told them like I can't come to this because I have school, and they're like, okay, we'll put you back in for July, and I was like,
that's where you messed up. I said since I have you said it was for school, so they're like, oh, you can come back in the summer, right?
And I said, yeah.
And I said,
sucker.
And I said, I have a business, so they're just like, oh, he's gonna be working a lot. Hopefully, in 2 years, he gets more money, and then he gets more overhead to have someone do these things.
And if they do say that, you should just be like, oh, I'm supposed to be going away abroad for school.
And then they're gonna ask what the broad's name is.
We're giving you all the ways how to get out of jury duty.
They still send my brother jury duty. My brother still gets called to jury duty like every 6 months, and I'm like, how are you getting called? And I'm 20. I haven't been called since.
It's just luck of the draw, man.
He's dead. He still gets called. We sent him death notice.
That's what's dark. Messed up about it.
So they have his like death certificate. They're like, why not? Come on in.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. It just got really
dark.
That's whatever.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm just like pissed. Like, how are you getting called and I'm not?
You don't want to be there, trust me. It's too much.
That shit sounds boring as fuck.
Yeah, it does. Anyway, I know you like your tea. Yeah, no, don't worry. Yeah, Shane's documentary is almost over. You'll get your tea full. You'll get your full tea.
God.
Anyways,
I'm sorry. I just saw something crazy on the internet.
Did you send me this? The sexist Amazon AI. Who told me about this?
Oh yes, I sent that to you.
I love it.
So yeah, this is sexist Amazon AI.
That's just hilarious to me. I'm sorry.
Wait, what? I didn't. I
All right,
the
so
context.
basically, there's like this. That's different. There's this Amazon's working out a way how to use AI technology for all their delivery shit and handling of this, blah blah blah, for like customer support and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. And as they're doing the research, for some reason, the AIs stopped responding to when women would give commands, essentially, or whatever, and only really responding to men. And it didn't start like that. Well, it just kind of evolved into that.
Well, like talk to type thing?
No. So what it was is the AI was built with algorithms to be a recruiter program, essentially. It was supposed to recruit male and female alike, but the algorithm taught itself, hey, the better candidates, I'm not saying that's what it should be, but this is what the algorithm believed. It said the better candidates were men because they were producing or outputting more than the females. So on average, it would say, okay, fuck the females, we're going to go with the male applicants.
Yo, the remake of Terminator is going to be real sexist in 2020.
Holy shit.
But when you think about it, it's the same thing. It's like military, you know? Yes, I'm all for women serving alongside me, provided they can do the job. The algorithm picked up on the fact that men are just better candidates for physical labor because they're just naturally stronger, typically, not always, but typically they're just naturally stronger and therefore they can produce more work.
Oh, I was talking about
so the algorithm was like, hey, male applicants are the go-to. Why waste my time with women?
You make it seem a lot less funny than what I heard. How someone explained it to me earlier this week. They explained it as like it was like it started to learn, and then all of a sudden it was just like fuck you to women. And I was just like,
it's pretty much what happened though.
Yeah, but imagine I just imagine a robot just like a woman walks in the room and say, hey, fuck you.
Hey, make me a sandwich.
Okay. Oh my God.
I could actually go for a sandwich right now.
True.
Hit up the algorithm.
Why'd you both look at me? I'm the one here. What?
Hey, who said that I was saying for a woman to make a sandwich for me, Matt?
Well, no, context of what just happened. That's why it was. I assumed you were making a joke.
Matt is a sexist AI.
What do you mean? So it's like an Alexa type thing?
Yes.
I have one of those. I mean, kind of. Should I Try it out.
Well, no, it's
Wait,
like
are
a
you gonna ask
tool
Alexa
for
to
them.
make you a sandwich?
Maybe. If it's sexist, it might just tell me to like.
Fuck yourself.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Well, if it's sexist, it is
Try it.
Alexa.
Maybe I will.
Well, it's not an Alexa. It's an Amazon Dot type thing.
Yeah, but it's Alexa OS or whatever the fuck. It's
it's
Alexa
an operating
AI.
system.
Yeah, it's
I've
Alexa
never
AI.
even set it up. Genesis sent it to me, and I was like, I don't want this, so I'm
Do I have
never
to
gonna use
censor
it.
that name too?
What?
Genesis?
Sega.
Genesis, the car company.
Oh. I thought that was a YouTuber.
Oh no.
Sounds like a stripper.
Genesis. Could be.
All right.
Sounds like biblical.
So
It is. That's the first book.
I just found that super funny.
Can I bring up how today is the most historic of days?
What's today?
Today.
What's
Oh,
Canada
you talking about
made
Canada.
weed
Oh, yeah.
legal. Thanks, Justin. Love you.
Canada?
Oh, Canada.
My motherland!
We'll go to the strip club to party later, to celebrate later.
This episode of the podcast brought to you by Canada. Love you.
It's in like.
Oh, love you.
There you go. She loves Canada.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Justin Trudeau's
Canada's on the
third
right
cousin
track.
twice removed.
Canada's arguably one of the most progressive countries on the North American continent.
No, it is.
Making moves. Money moves. Every day.
I gotta be
It's
careful.
every day, bro.
They're the younger brother. They're the younger brother that made something of themselves, and we're the older brother that just gets drunk all the time.
Word.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like
Still
it's
live in
like
a
Pony
parent's
Boy and
basement. I
Daryl,
just bought a moon ball
outsider
on
status.
Amazon.
What's wrong with
Basically.
living in your parents' basement, Tina?
A lot.
Nothing. I'm going to be. My mom is redoing it for me. That's great.
Yeah.
Because she knows I'll never be anything.
I was about to say. Don't worry, I live in my parents' basement too. I was just making sure you weren't throwing shade at me.
Oh no. I'm throwing shade at both of us.
Alright, cool.
Millennials are actually notorious for living in their parents' basements.
Look.
Yeah. It's sad because I'm going to be playing video games down there. Oh. Goals.
Goals, yeah. Well, look, I don't get enough money, but you know,
I'm trying to move upstairs, guys.
guys, buy my merch so I can buy my merch so I can get My Crazy Productions house.
Hell yeah.
He's trying to move out
yeah.
of mommy's basement.
Ooh. Team
Exactly like a
Team
my.
MCP.
We need a motherfucking studio
Dude, honestly, I'm thinking about just building a house on my parents' property.
in that piece of land right there.
If I get the money, yeah, just build it there. Just like pretty much just have a studio
I
set
mean,
there.
we could do this.
And
I
just
told
sleep
you,
there at night.
I got you.
Yeah, let's do,
Why don't
we
you
build a
just-
house, $100.
You work in a lumber
Kick your
yard. So.
I
parents
work in a
out.
lumberyard,
Take
and
the
I
house.
have years and years and years of construction experience. I've built many, many houses. We can do this.
We can do this. Let's do a building a house vlog, house studio vlog. We're gonna build it from the ground up first. We gotta dig out the foundation.
No, we're gonna build it from the top down. Of course, we're gonna build it from the ground up.
Obviously, first we gotta cut all the trees. And then you're just gonna see Jim and I with 2 axes just like hacking down trees. We're gonna have a Twitch stream. It'll be perfect.
Yeah, I work in the tree service. I can hack down a tree.
Yeah, that's true. I can definitely get a hold of chainsaws, skidsters, excavators. We can make this like big old taco rally.
We're gonna make it happen.
We'll figure this out.
I gotta say taco
Y'all
rally.
gotta buy.
Tonka.
fool.
Guys,
I think you said
Guys,
taco
we gotta
rally.
We
You
gotta make the
racist,
content
insensitive
first
bitch.
for people to watch.
Make the office
Tacos
out
are
of
good.
Lincoln Logs.
They are.
What are they?
Super glue.
Ooh, smart. Or Legos.
Both.
Both. Yep, you're right.
That would be awesome.
Your house is gonna be cold as fuck.
Legos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word.
Not
You
if
can
you
put
like
insulation.
super glue them together, like really make a good barrier.
You don't have to super glue Legos, trust me.
Insulation.
You ever try to pull 2 Legos apart?
That's
Insulation.
facts.
Or you can put that. They have this nice. I saw this. I'm such a nerd. I was watching like people build their studios and like Quarto Crew for Quarto Digital. They have their behind the scenes channel. They did insulation and their insulation was made out of like recycled jeans. That shit looks fire.
How are you gonna make your floor, man? Because if you ever stepped on a Lego, oh
That would
my
suck.
They
god.
have flat top pieces where you could like.
Bro, you gotta get on the China way, man. They 3D print their houses.
Yeah.
My Crazy Productions build vlog. We built a house with 3D printing.
That's a huge fucking 3D printer.
Yeah, that shit's
Yeah, I'm
massive.
trying
You
to
ever
No,
think.
we
seen
gotta
them?
do different pieces. It's just like we just got 3D model like different Lego pieces.
I'm just 3D printing my
Some
toilet.
guy-
Hope you pay me for all the
printed me a
fucking
rape whistle.
engineering I'm gonna have to do and schematic building I'm gonna have to do for that son of a bitch.
Schematics.
I got it. Don't worry. I
Such a
got
good one.
Blender. We got 3D modeling.
We got YouTube.
Yeah, I meant the physics aspect of it. You
yeah,
know,
no.
like and the insulation and
Physics.
People used to build houses out of log cabins.
We don't have to worry about the
Wait,
big
out
bad
of
wolf,
logs?
do we?
You're right, my fault. Got
No,
there.
you have to worry about the moon ball I just bought online on
How
Amazon.
you build your
I'm
house
gonna
out of log cabins? What?
egg it at your
Well, you see, I took 5
your
log
Lego
cabins.
wall. It's gonna go straight through.
that, or she's gonna get
I
the
made
pack
the
of
front wall.
llamas she done took the fur from one of to make that thing and rip the fucking house down.
Yeah, imagine a nude llama just plowing through your Lego walls.
Oh my god.
That sounds actually like a fire video.
I would actually make an attempt to run through Maddie's wall. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. Ooh,
Me and
imagine.
Tina are on it.
Speaking of llamas, get on Fortnite.
We're doing a B&E in your
my
house,
God.
Maddie.
B&E, all right. Fucking Dane and the cook. Next topic.
You're cook, I'm Dane.
What's it called?
Yeah. I'll wear a chef hat.
I don't feel like this is really a topic, but people were surprised that Scarlett Johansson was contracted to do a solo movie. They weren't surprised about that for not Scarlet Witch. What's the role she's played?
Black Widow.
Black Widow, bro.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm just tired today, and I got a ski mask on. Excuses. So she's apparently supposed to make $15 million off the first movie if they make it.
It hasn't been confirmed.
No, it hasn't been. But people are just really surprised by it. I'm not. She's been in the movie since 2010.
Yeah, and not for nothing, Black Widow deserves an origin story.
And even then, people are like, she has past box office appeal. She's been in a lot of movies. Her character is well known. She'll make the $15 million back.
Yeah.
Where the people are complaining because Superman, Henry Cavill was only paid $300,000 for the Man of Steel, the first one.
Well, that's all he deserved. That shit sucked.
Well,
No, whoa.
That's to no fault of his own.
That was actually, I think that
Man
was
of
the
Steel
best.
was good.
That was the best of the Zack Snyder verse, but it's still.
Let's just be honest. Superman shouldn't be a movie.
Yeah.
Superman is not a standalone character.
But besides the point, that was the first movie in the franchise. Yeah, that's the first movie in her solo stuff. But in general, like, there's 20 movies, and she's been in probably 12 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, she deserves a $15 million.
Yeah.
So that's not really a topic. I'm trying to think of the porn I watched this past week. So I'm sure there's some freaky shit, but there wasn't much I could think about. I saw something, but I can't remember it.
Probably because there were so many.
Yeah, no, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, you know me, I'm cursed. Yeah.
For shame.
Yeah.
Say, Matt, are you hungry?
Yeah, totally hungry. So Vine.
Dick's hungry.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so sad. So Vine came back.
It's gonna
Me
die in
too.
a month.
No,
It
I haven't
hasn't
actually.
even been resurrected. It's still dead. No one's gonna
No,
use it.
I'm actually
Somebody's just
for
poking
it.
at the corpse right now.
It's gonna be
No.
11-year-olds who are like, "Hey guys."
The only thing I find funny is it used to be a Twitter company. This is obviously not official Vine because Vine used to be a Twitter company, and this is the only way you can log in with this one is through Instagram, which is a Facebook company, or through Facebook, which is a Facebook company.
Well, he's rebranding it and everything like that. So let's start there. You know, I'm actually for it because he's not doing it for the money. He's even stated, you know, he understands that Vine's not going to pick off where it used to.
Yeah.
You know, so I think where he's coming from, his heart's in a good place. Whether or not it's going to kick off again.
He just wants to build a platform, is pretty much what you're saying?
Exactly.
For
He's
creators?
trying to build a platform for new and upcomers who want to start fresh and who can learn from the Logans. You know, he specifically stated, like, if you become famous from this, don't be like the Logan Pauls. You know, use your head. Don't let the fame get to you. You know, and use that as a platform to elevate yourself. You know, so I'm with it.
I don't know
I'm
how
for
this
it.
shit's gonna work though. Vine, to me, it feels like it's another useless failed attempt at a social media app like that. What was that one, Fuse, for a while, where you took your phone like this, and if it was like a motion picture shit, when you turn your phone, it like revealed more of like the picture type deal or whatever. It's gonna be here for a month.
Yeah, no, I
don't think it's gonna kick off.
I don't think it's gonna kick off. I just found it interesting that it's back. I might try it out for some MyCrazyProductions stuff, but even then, it's like, eh.
I don't think I'm going.
I don't think it's worth it, bro.
Yeah, that's why I didn't try Instagram TV. I thought it'd be cool at first, but once I found out it was only vertical, I was just like, no, fuck this.
Yeah, it's retarded.
I think you guys hit it right on the head. It's for the younger generation, you know, try and get up there and get their name out there and stuff like that. For people like us, though, you know, it's a dead platform.
Yeah. I think it's Mark Zuckerberg trying to hack again.
All right. I just want to get one last thing out before we go. Last week we spent a lot of the episode talking about Philip DeFranco, BetterHelp, all that stuff. I just want to quickly run down this because he responded this past weekend. He has broken his sponsorship with them. I mean, broken his entire partnership with them. after going to their office. He said he has not seen anything as a scam, but at the same time, because of terms of service, he wants to break his partnership, which I think there's some other stuff. He had the third party person also released their article. Their article makes BetterHelp look shady as fuck, honestly, because the CEOs the entire time is pretty much, from my opinion, just like, no, they just don't read. The customers just don't read. It's just he keeps blaming the customers, and then the one time in the article where he said he was going to give them data, he never ended up giving data. Like in parentheses it says, no, the CEO has yet to ever to give us data, no matter how much times we reached out.
Bro, fuck him. They just don't read. I'm not a lawyer, B. The terms and conditions shouldn't be fucking loopholing me and sticking me in a fucking hole.
Which is why
I'm here for my mental health, dickwad.
Which is why I think Philip DeFranco broke his deal. And honestly, in his response, we're not going to go over last week's episode. Just watch last week's episode. He hit all my points, Philip DeFranco, except for one. You need a way to disclose all of the people that you help advertise to. Because I don't know when I'm watching your news show now, if you're promoting someone because you have financial gain or you don't. You need somewhere on Rogue Rocket where you say, here are the creators that we help. Full disclosure, because you're a news network. You need that. That's my still one complaint. That's the one thing you still need to fix. Until then, I cannot trust you as a news network. But everything else, so far you've done right. I still think it was some saving face. And I think that even he doesn't want to admit how shady BetterHelp looks right now. But at the same time, and plus he only did it in a tweet. He didn't do a full video, which is fucked up. Other than that, Paul Allen died from Microsoft. We just want to say rest in peace to him.
Word.
Because he was
Thank you for everything you've done.
Wouldn't have PC without you, bro.
Yep. Shout out to Microsoft.
Even Bill Gates said that.
Yep.
Yeah. Crack a window for that guy. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. And other than that, that's My Crazy Podcast, episode 37. I am Matt. Who are you?
Monster fucking sponsors, please.
Who are you?
My name's still Jib.
Dusty B.
I love Canada.
And I'm Matt for Done Sick, and we'll see you next week. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Early.
Late.